Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Yesenia. That's my real legal name, by the way. My channel name is YD. I don't know. I didn't think I was gonna get this far. I know a lot of you guys have so many questions to ask me, so I decided to make a post about it. We'll answer the popular questions. Let's start with, do you ever get scared of the cartel? No, not really. We don't see a lot of cartel activity around where I live. Maybe in the next state over. And it was only one incident where they found chopped parts. Anyways, next question. Do you own your own home? I actually live with my parents. Can you make longer videos? Yes, that's what I'm planning to do. And hopefully you guys like them. Towards the end, I'm gonna ask you guys what kind of videos you want to watch. Because, you know, yo estoy para servirles.
This guy stinks!
That's what they say around here. Well, a tus órdenes, something like that. I really enjoy your uploads, by the way. Thanks so much, Blackfoot. I really appreciate it. I can't believe you guys watch me, but I'm so grateful. We want to know who's hitting it. So we get along like that. Okay, well, if that's a vulgar way to say who's your boyfriend or if I'm in a relationship, no, I am currently not being hit on. Maybe occasionally. I'm a girl. That tends to happen to females, but I don't have a partner. What made you move to Mexico and start living there? This is such a popular question. I never really answered it. Well, multiple reasons. When I moved back with my parents, they were already planning to retire in Mexico. I've never even been to Mexico. I've never ever been to Mexico. This was going to be my first time experiencing it. Pause. I've actually forgot I've been to Mexico. But the first time I ever been to Mexico was because I went to Hong Kong and Tijuana. How I even got there, I was curious. They invited me. I went and it was an experience. Not gonna lie. Don't look it up if you're under 18. If I didn't like it, I'll just go back. So yeah, I just followed my parents and I ended up staying here with them. And I enjoy living here. I'm not gonna lie. Were you deported? I was deported, but the funny thing is I got deported from Mexico to the United States. It's very uncommon, but it happened to me. I made a whole video about this experience. And my bad for making the first couple of long form videos pretty bad because I'm not good at them. With time, hopefully I can give you guys something better. You constantly show a little boy in your videos. Is he your son or what is he to you? Yes, I do have a son. Well, let me tell you guys a little bit of my backstory so you can get the whole context. How I even got here. I used to be with someone back in the United States. Like 5 years ago, I got pregnant. I had him in May and 2 months later, his father passed away. So that's why I had to go back to my parents' house. I followed them, not only because I wanted to check out Mexico for the first time, because I want to see if me and my kid can live a little bit more comfortable in Mexico. We do get some type of support because of his death. It's not much, but it's something. I wouldn't be able to survive alone. It would probably only be rent money. I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom for my baby. It made sense to permanently live in Mexico and make my dollars stretch. That's another reason why I stayed, because when you exchange dollars to pesos, you have a lot more compared to the United States. Because if I were to stay in the United States, that check from his father would not even last 2 weeks. So yeah, we're just trying to make the dollar last. Blanca put some time in, so we're gonna try to answer most of these questions. Why did you decide to move to Mexico? We just answered that one. How do you come up with your video ideas? Because they are hilarious. Honestly, when I used to live back in the US, I would watch videos about Mexico because I was gonna move with my parents there. I couldn't find everyday type of lifestyle videos besides the tourist areas, and where I was gonna live, you guys see my videos, it's not very touristy. I just want to see like normal pueblito lifestyle, but I couldn't find that. So I decided to make them myself, and I tend not to take myself too seriously because life is a beach. I'm just playing in the sand. Have you always been adventurous? I think so, and I tend to try new things. How old are you? I'm 28. I just turned 28 on April. Did you go to college? I did go to college, but like for 2 days. I personally don't like school, so it didn't make sense for me to go. You know what my dream was when they would ask me what I wanted to be when I grow up? I told the counselor I wanted to be a wrestler, like a WWE wrestler. So yeah, school is not my thing. What do you feel makes you different than other creators? I don't know, like in this creator space, I feel like most creators are different in the real world, and I feel like I'm a little bit odd myself, so it's hard to compete with other weirdos, honestly. Where do you get your confidence? You just build it up, you know? When you want to try something new, we're never really confident, but the first step to becoming confident is trying and failing and being embarrassed and looking dumb. It's just part of a process, and eventually when you do it multiple times, you become confident in almost most of the areas in your life. We all fail. Each failure is closer to your win or to your goal, whatever it is you want to do or be. Where in the USA did you grow up? I grew up in California in the city called El Monte. El Monte. I have to say it like that because someone's gonna get pissed. Which state in Mexico do you live in? I live in the state of Puebla. What do you miss from the USA? I miss my processed cheeseburger. I miss hot Cheetos. I miss fast food over there. And she also commented, just wanted to add that you bring so much lightness to this world that is filled with so much hate. I love how confident you are without being arrogant. Thank you for taking the time to make your videos. I know it's hard work. That's so sweet. Thank you so much, Blanca. And thank you guys so much for the love and support. I really, really, really do appreciate it. I love reading these type of messages because they're honestly what keeps me going. By Juliana. Do you get paid from content in pesos or dollars? By the way, I love your content the best. Thank you so much. I get paid in dollars. If you ever want to do content and you're an American, you can explore the world and you'll still get paid in dollars. The next question, who do you live with? With my parents. Well, my dad, because my mom passed away a couple years ago here in Mexico. Did your parents have a home there? Yeah, they went to the United States to fund their home and they finally finished it. Here we are. What do you do for a living? Only social media? I do things here and there. I would say my main personal source would be social media. And another one with multiple questions. Are you married? No. Do you have kids? Yes, just one. When you show a kid in your videos, people assume that's your kid. He speaks better Spanish than his mother. Yeah, he definitely speaks better Spanish. He has an accent speaking English. It's funny because I have an accent speaking Spanish. And when you got deported, you did not take your kid with you. No, I didn't. I did not mention I had a kid because they were only worried about me. I'm glad they didn't ask. Where do you like living, USA or Mexico? Right now, I prefer Mexico. It's a lot more fun in my opinion. How many people do you live with in Mexico? Just 2 other people. What was your previous job in the United States? When I was with my partner, I didn't work. But before that, I did multiple jobs. I've done house cleaning. I've been a cashier. I worked at a club-ish thing. I built a phone business. I've sold Mary Jane. And he also said, I know some questions are rude and uncomfortable to answer. I'm sorry about that. Don't worry, you guys can ask whatever you want. I'm kind of like an open book. But be so for real. No, never mind. I'm gonna take that back because I know you guys can ask some really sus questions. Just keep it PG-13. Next question. Why'd you move to Mexico? Do you see yourself dating out there? Not really. I tend to like Americans more because they understand me. And over here, it's kind of difficult to convivir, you know? They don't get my jokes. I don't get theirs. I don't know, maybe. If I ever like someone enough to date them, sure, why not? But not right now. I don't find people compatible to me. Are you ever going to move back? Not anytime soon. Do you still have friends and family in the States? When I go back and visit, I do visit some of my old friends. What happened to your vecino que te quería ligar? I call him my boyfriend, playfully, and we just get along like that. Don't think I'm actually dating my neighbor. What are your best experiences? Honestly, one of my favorite things about Mexico is the fruit. It tastes so much fresher and sweeter than what I'm used to. I also love participating in the local events and games here in Puebla. Most of the people I've met are incredibly kind, welcoming. Of course, every place has a few rude people now and then, but I don't let that ruin my experiences. You just move on and enjoy the good vibes. Something that's really unique is visiting the sonideros, where they have huge speaker system lights and music. It's definitely a niche experience, but if you're really into cumbias or salsa, you'll probably have an amazing time here. I also enjoy experiencing real Mexican traditions and holidays like Dia de los Muertos, Cinco de Mayo, Carnavales, and one of my absolute favorite things has been exploring the pueblos mágicos. Each one has its own personality, history, architecture, and local food. To top it all off, Mexico is very affordable and the food is absolutely bomb. What are your worst experiences? The time that I got robbed by the police, by my neighbor, because I don't know. Oh, I didn't tell you. I went out one night and when I came back, they stole my TV, they stole my laptop, they stole my WWE belt, they stole some new clothes I had, and my YouTube plaque. But that's a story for another time. Okay, never mind. I'll just tell you right now. And the very next day, I got a message from someone saying that they have info of the robbery, and he knew about the robbery because the thieves were trying to sell my stuff to him, and he noticed they were selling my YouTube plaque, and this person knows I have a YouTube channel. So I told him, can you please buy my stuff back and I'll pay you back. Most of the things were already sold except my YouTube plaque and my laptop. So for those 2 things, I ended up paying 3,000 pesos for my stuff back. Can you believe that? He also gave me information of who it was, and guess who it is? One of my neighbors. When I opened up my laptop, they were trying to hack it. Of course these goofies tried to unlock my shit. I just hope they didn't delete anything. Everything on my laptop was already erased. And besides the robbery in my home and the cops trying to take my money, I've had other bad experiences. Like this one time, I left my purse to go to the restroom, and when I came back, it was gone. I've also dealt with family members taking things that didn't belong to them. You guys probably know how it is with some certain family members in Mexico. I've been physically assaulted once. Someone mistook me for another person and punched me in the face over a misunderstanding. At the end of the day, these are personal experiences. They don't define all of Mexico or all of its people. I've met many many kind and wonderful people here, but like anywhere in the world, there are good experiences and bad ones. I think it's important to be honest about both. What is your biggest shock when you first relocated to Mexico? Dude, everything was so different here. Just how much life happens outside and always constant movement. Another thing that surprised me was that you have to pay to use public restrooms. I've also noticed random announcements and advertisements painted on the walls all over the place. Not to mention the driving style was something that really surprised me. People here drive really aggressively compared to the US. Motorcycles drive crazy. They're always weaving through traffic. I've also noticed a lot of half-finished houses, many stray dogs roaming on the street, dirt roads in some areas, speed bumps everywhere, and plenty of potholes. During heavy rain, some streets can flood. Another culture shock for me was seeing so much food being sold outside. Surprised by some of the local traditions during funerals, quinceañeras, and weddings. It's common to see groups of people walking together through the streets to their local church. I feel like I answered most of the most asked questions, but if you guys want to know more or you want me to make another video to answer the rest of the questions, let me know. But if you're fine with what I just answered right now, then start suggesting what type of videos I should make. Maybe you want to see more chill content, challenge content, or lifestyle content. Let me know. We can do being homeless in Mexico for 3 days. I don't know. There's so many things we can do. I'm just trying to give you what you want. Comment and let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.